This all-pervading power has been felt by so many before. But when they wrote about it, others took a key from that or a clue from that and started dead organizations in the name of all-pervading power. Now, this all-pervading power is a very subtle thing. At this human level, you cannot feel it. It's a fact. You cannot feel this all-pervading power at all. If you say, I feel it, then you are denying the reality. If you want to live with unreal things, dishonest to yourself, then nobody can help. But if you are honest, you have to know that this all-pervading power, when you have, you yourself become collectively conscious. You yourself have a different awareness than what you have. So we have to understand when these laws operate, they operate, but we do not know about them. We cannot feel it. We don't, at the most we might see a flower becoming a fruit. But can we say, how does it become? It's a living process. All living processes can be only reported, but they cannot be explained. For example, you can say, the fetus is there, the fetus has to grow, and a child is born. This is just reporting. But how can you explain that a foreign body goes into the human being, into the mother's womb, and it is not rejected according to all laws known? Everything that goes into the human body has to be rejected. But is not rejected. It is nurtured, looked after, loved. And then at the right time, it is thrown out of the body. Who does all these things? We don't want to know about it. We have turned our faces to that. We never explain that. We can report that there is gravity in the Mother Earth. But how there is gravity and why there is gravity, that we cannot explain. All right, this is being very honest, I should say, that whatever we cannot explain, we should accept it. And we have to now know, is there any method to find out how these things happen, how it is worked out? After all, in the realm of science, you haven't found out everything so far. And whatever you have found out, you have only found out the things that you can see, perceive by this human awareness, but nothing beyond. You cannot explain anything. And once you know that you cannot explain, you just take it for granted and say it's all right. One of the things we have taken for granted is our human awareness. We do not want to think that there must be some reason God has made us human beings. We know there is evolution, that we accept, thank God. Now no more somebody is not going to crucify me for saying that you are evolved. But nobody wants to think why. Why are we evolved to be human beings? To be crazy people? To be paranoid? Or to be just insured in some insurance company to die? Or to love 2-3 children and leave all the money in their name? Or some sort of a limited sphere that we think of in which we find satisfaction? Was that the reason for this universal being to create us into a human being? Must be some purpose, cannot be purposeless. Why did he create us, we must all think. Is just to slog and run a rat race and then die? Or is there something beyond? And when people start thinking about something beyond, then some create an image of God, say, all right, there is God. Then they say, all right, if there is no God, there is some sort of a cosmic power. Or they have given big, big names to all this unknown power. It's a simple name, I give it, is love of God. That also many people use, you will be amazed. Love of God. Many people use it. But when you know this love of God, then this love flows from you. It just emits. it acts. It works out the way a flower becomes a fruit, in the way all these things happen. This flow of love acts. And that action, you may call it miracle or whatever it is, but it's very natural, because if it is flowing now on a level that is available to you, it has taken you to a subtler level from where you are emitting this, you get connected, say, to that tremendous power of universal love, then it must act. It's easy to talk about it. I mean, you can have people who can give lectures and lectures and lots of lectures about love. Also, you can see groups of people just moving in a wave, like some drugged or alcoholic people saying, oh, we are all in love. You see, we are moving. But it doesn't act. Love has to act. If it is not acting, then it is not God's love. It is some sort of a mental projection, or maybe your imagination that you are in love and you are in a romantic situation or some sort of a thing like that. It's something like any other human romantic adventure. This is not reality. Love of God in reality acts, manifests. And how does it manifest? As Muhammad Sahib has said, that when the time of resurrection will come, your hands will speak. Their mouth only speaks, not the hands. With the mouth they will say, all right, this is in love of God we are doing this. Sometimes I see all these plays going on, or we can say the circus going on. I'm amazed, how can they befool themselves and befool others for nothing at all? When this dynamic love flows, it acts. Because this is the vital love. This is the love which has energy of giving energy to others. This is the love that combines all the energies of the world. And if this love cannot do the work of those energies, what's the use of having this love or talk about it? So the time has come for people now to face it directly and see it directly what it is. But most surprising thing is that human beings don't like the truth. They don't like it normally. If they put some show of artificiality, you'll get thousands of people here sitting down. You might get the whole of Delhi caught up into it. Some sort of an artificial thing which has no relationship with God and His love. That is very much more appreciated. Because people think by that they don't have to achieve something. There's nothing to be done about it. For example, if I say I'm going to take out a diamond from the air, then thousands will be impressed, especially in the developing countries where they think diamond is the last word for God to give us. It's a headache, you know that. Thank God the diamonds now have gone down in value. So now they will take out something else from the air. But there are many who are mad after such people who materialize things and give. I mean, one should use the brains God has given us for using it.